I can't remember the last time I seen a fight this good. There's been twice I've actually been watching a fight with my mouth like that.
Yeah, I was
Too far.
I was exactly the same today.
One of them, guess what it was? It was the way the fight finished. I was like that. Too far.
The way the fight finished. Adesanya and
The way that was like, I'm trying to think. I don't want to give too many clues.
Conor McGregor. Is something to do with Conor McGregor?
Masvidal was involved.
Oh, Darren Till, Masvidal.
Nah.
Masvidal, Ben
Askren.
Askren. Aye, that was
I
a
was actually
shocker.
like that for about 2 minutes.
Aye,
I'm watching that this morning. I was like, what?
No one is expecting this. Aye, so it's like the Masvidal and Ben Askren one. You seen it, and it was just like something that happened, and you're just being like shocked.
Aye.
Whereas this was just non-stop. You're like,
That's
oh my
it.
goodness, they're still going.
I think the thing that was so shocking was how they were still on their feet.
Nah, I didn't get that either.
They were getting literally like destroyed on the feet, man. Like
I would
so
say
many punches landing flush.
Both of them have serious chins, but Dan Hooker especially, the stuff that Poirier was actually like landing, especially when they were in tight, coming off the cage,
pocket.
he was landing some serious shots. It was pretty unbelievable.
It was an exceptionally good fight.
Did you notice just how clear they could hear Michael Bisping?
Aye.
That was...
He was even saying, like, remember he kicked him down in the groin?
Aye, and he was like, listen to Michael
Listen
Bisping.
to Michael Bisping.
So obviously Dan Hooker had caught maybe Poirier a couple of times on the cup.
Yeah.
And then
it was literally like straight after each other as well.
Michael Bisping on the commentary was saying, you've got to stop that. Do you know what I mean? That's enough. And then you hear Dustin Poirier just saying, look, I listened to... So that's what I was thinking. Like, see, like whenever anything was getting landed remotely, especially the body kicks Dustin Poirier was landing in the first round, throughout the rounds really, the body kicks every time. Michael Bisping was just going crazy. It was just like, it was like, oh, it was unbelievable.
You must be able to hear that like crystal clear as well, because it's right there.
I could hear like almost the echo, because I was listening to it with
in the corner,
headphones on,
well, actually,
and I could hear the echo, like where you could hear him on the TV, but then you could also hear it from the microphone inside the octagon as well.
I had that a couple of times actually.
I was just like, that is...
What do you think was the difference though between the two? Because like on the feet they were pretty well matched.
Going into the fifth round, it was 2-2, I reckon.
I think so.
Dan Hooker was literally lighting Poirier's leg up. Do you know what I mean? Especially that wee like side calf kick.
Aye.
I thought that could have came in later rounds. I thought that could really make a difference. But in my head, I was also thinking Poirier's dealt with Justin Gaethje leg kicks,
that's right.
and it just makes him more angry. To be honest with you. I thought Dan Hooker was looking really, really good when he was keeping it at length, because he was landing quite a lot of stuff, and Poirier was struggling to get inside. But when he was inside and he was maybe up against the fence, I think it was just the amount he had in his arsenal. See, just like the amount of different attacks that he had. Like even when he was up against the fence, the mad like punches he was just throwing, the elbows he was throwing in the way out.
He was so creative. You're right.
Then on the ground, he was obviously elbowing. He was never... There was nowhere that he wasn't throwing punches to give damage. Do you know what I mean? He was never giving up any position without throwing something. And if Dan Hooker threw one punch, he would throw two after it to make sure that he was catching up.
That's it.
You know,
the judge's eyes at least.
I did think Dan Hooker might sometimes have been stealing rounds due to the takedowns.
I think the later rounds especially, man, his coaches like that, just like, don't forget, man, we've got a game plan here. He was going for takedowns.
He was. And like, I mean, like a lot of times Dustin Poirier was just jumping into the trying to get the
that's right.
And I was just kind of thinking, okay, I don't know if this is...
It was deep a few times though.
It was.
I think the blood, it just made it too slippy, man.
It was kind of jumping into it, and I was thinking, okay, are the judges going to think Dan Hooker's got this takedown? Are they going to score that for Dan Hooker? Or are they going to give that... Are they going to see that Dustin Poirier actually went for a submission? Yeah, he's not got it, you know? So I wasn't 100%, but it was just unbelievable.
It was a crazy fight.
I've not seen...
I think Dustin deserved the win though.
I think so. It definitely went the right way.
I think it was 3-2, definitely.
Yeah, 100%. It's like the first two rounds.
I don't know how it went the distance though.
I don't think...
Every round I was like, how's it going to get past
What
this
did you
round?
predict?
I predicted Poirier stoppage round 4.
I predicted end of round 2, maybe beginning of round 3.
It could have happened. That could have quite easily happened.
I think if MD else was fighting, like that, there's a good chance that would have happened.
Fair play to Dan Hooker, but man,
see the chin,
he deserves to be up there against those guys. He's just as good as those guys.
It's just, to be honest, like they have like, they both just absolutely brawl. See if you actually look at Dustin Poirier's like work that he's done and the like. I mean, who he's been fighting, it's just unbelievable.
Where does either of those guys go from here then?
So that's a really, really good question.
Because Poirier is not. His last fight was a title shot.
His last fight was a title shot. Obviously, he lost to Khabib.
I mean, he's beaten Gaethje. He's fought Khabib.
Well, look at who he's actually who he's fought here, right? So even if you just go from like, remember the Eddie Alvarez fight that became a no contest, right? He was winning that, and that had to obviously get stopped because of the legal elbows. But then he went obviously went on to
hell, look at the caliber of those fighters.
Exactly. Anthony Pettis win, right? Justin Gaethje, absolute brawl,
that was
wins. Eddie Alvarez, another, like, I mean, these aren't easy people. Ex-champion, win. Max Holloway, win. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, he goes on to Khabib, loses to Khabib.
That is some record, by the way.
It's an amazing record. He only lost before Khabib. He lost to Michael Johnson. But when was that? That was 2016. Do you know what I mean? He's went on quite a winning streak.
Terror, man.
But so kind of,
I reckon if Gaethje takes a belt off Khabib, he should fight Gaethje again, rematch.
Yeah, well, what I was thinking as well. Remember Gaethje and Eddie Alvarez fought, and they called that. Aye, remember Gaethje and Alvarez fought. Gaethje and Alvarez.
Oh yeah.
It was just before Poirier fought Alvarez, and they were fighting for what was it? The most.
The most aggressive fighter.
It was the most aggressive or most violent fighter in the UFC.
Most violent. Yeah.
So where does that put Dustin Poirier? He's beaten both of them in extremely violent fashions, in violent fights, TKOs for both of them. Do you know what I mean? It's like, where do you put him?
That's such a good point.
He's unbelievable.
He beat both of those guys.
So, like, I guess what people will probably be saying is, right, okay, there's a couple of options for Dustin Poirier now. Does he wait around for the winner of Khabib and Justin Gaethje, which is going to be probably like 9 months, 8-9 months, because that fight, the Justin Gaethje and Khabib, isn't due till mid-September. So if they fight mid-September, when you think about it, you're going to need at least 3-4 months, depending on how that fight goes. Remember, it's a Gaethje fight; it can get nasty. Do you know what I mean? You're into next year, and do you leave him waiting, or do you give him Ferguson that just came off a loss to Justin Gaethje? The person I would quite like to give him, Conor McGregor. Because
it makes so much sense.
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Because that was one of his, like,
that's who he lost to.
That was a grudge match as well, man.
It would be. I would like to see Dustin Poirier against McGregor.
It's got to be McGregor, doesn't it?
You do have the option of Dustin Poirier waiting for his title shot.
Yeah.
And what I was like, me and Natasha is like, obviously Khabib probably hasn't really fought Andy twice. He's not giving people rematches.
Yeah.
So could someone like Dustin Poirier learn from the first fight and then come in against them?
You'd like to think so, wouldn't you?
You would. I mean, it's like,
in his head, he probably imagines it would go a lot differently.
Yeah. I mean,
because he probably looks back at that fight and thinks, I didn't even show up for that fight, I've done nothing.
Yeah, he probably regrets.
He didn't do anything that
He
fight.
probably regrets quite a lot of decisions.
He hardly even threw anything.
It's like Conor McGregor obviously losing to him. He done really, really well against Khabib, but he's convinced he could beat him the next time. So it's almost like you come up against this puzzle, you know, and it's like he's maybe so much better than you thought you were. You're a wee bit overwhelmed the first fight, but then you come away, you come back, and you readjust, and you come back in.
Especially when it's your first title shot.
I think I'd maybe like to see Khabib give someone a rematch and just see how someone does with a rematch against them. Conor's probably, Conor's probably done the best, but Ali Quinta's probably done the best against Khabib.
I think Conor's probably done the best, man.
Do you think so?
It's when you look back at that fight, you actually realise how well Conor done.
Was it the third round he won? Conor won the third round, which is probably Khabib's only really lost round. And I'd maybe quite like to see Khabib.
I'd like to see Conor go up against Khabib, like, being active though.
Yeah.
I don't want him to just come back for that fight after a 2 years layoff.
Again, he's already been out for probably too long. He's fought. I
want to see him like active and then go in.
He's fought obviously Cowboy, but that was like 50-odd second long fight. Maybe if we did give Poirier and Conor, if that matched up. Then, who obviously the winner fights the winner of Khabib and Justin Gaethje. You know,
I agree.
I think that would be amazing, and it's just amazing fights. They would do such good numbers.
Yeah.
I think it'd be really, really good. I think it'd be really good.
And we're going.
We'll definitely be going to the next Conor fight. There's 100%. No doubt about it. That's obviously if he comes out of retirement.
Yeah,
because
I'm
right
sure
now,
he will, man.
as we speak right now, he says he's still in retirement.
Aye. I think he'll come back for the love of it.
I think so. I think he should.
And if he gets an opportunity to fight Khabib again, which I think he deserves,
I think he'd come back for Dustin.
come back.
Dustin as well. I think he'd come back for
so
that.
do you reckon give McGregor the winner of Khabib and Gaethje and give Hooker?
No, I'd give Conor, Dustin Gaethje, Dustin Poirier now.
Sorry, I forgot. I what you were saying.
Give Dustin Poirier Conor. Give him that money fight.
Yeah,
like
he deserves
I think
it.
Dustin Poirier, he's put such a graft into the sport. Look, like we've just went through earlier, just who he's beat.
He's beaten
the
everyone.
fashion that he's beat these people, and I think it'd be a bit of a grudge match between Conor and
so.
Dustin, and it would be like, see if we thought last night's fight was something else. Think of what that would be.
Oh my god!
I mean, even without fans,
I think I was sleeping the run up to that fight.
Nah, I couldn't.
Genuinely couldn't.
As I speak right now, I don't
Leave
know
it
if
until the coronavirus is over, though, so fans are allowed.
fans are back.
and
We want to get to that.
That's not a fight you'd want to go ahead without fans.
Because that means Dustin Poirier is getting a nice money fight. He's going to fight. Like, obviously, I don't think he'll want to wait until the winner until next year to get his title shot.
I don't think so.
Keep him active.
I think that's the only fight that really makes sense for Poirier at the minute.
I think so. There's MDLC would fight in that division right now. It would just be a back step for him. It's not going to put him anywhere, and it's not like he's got anything else to prove.
No,
he's got nothing else to prove.
As he says, paid in full.
He has paid in full, to be honest with you, and I love watching him fight, and I like him as a person as well. He seems ridiculously respectful.
I was watching him on Food Truck Days the other day.
All right.
He's just such a sound guy.
Yeah.
Just so sound.
I'll get him on here.
That'd be awesome.
It'd be good to get him on here.
Awesome.
We'll get him on here.
That'd be so cool, man.
We'll get on here soon. That would be good.
We need to actually get one fight on here at some point.
Yeah, when you start getting guests on.
I think when the whole pandemic's over, we'll start.
Yeah, we'll start getting guests on.
We'll start going places.
Yeah, definitely.
Getting about it.
Aye.
Definitely.
No, so all in all, the UFC was great last night.